Hey guys, how is everybody doing today? I have another video for you guys. Another video, I'm spamming videos. Well, compared to, you know, before, where I rarely uploaded, I am uploading a bit more. Man, I tend to upload a lot. I'm excited when I'm uploading a lot. Um, but the thing is, I'm pretty excited because I only made this video just to show off these cute sleeves that I got for my extra deck. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Isn't that adorable? It just makes me chuckle every time. No, but in all seriousness, I did want to make another video, sort of give you guys a tournament report. As you could tell by the title, it says 11-0. 11-0 meaning that I did go 11 matches undefeated with this deck with Dragon Link. I did make some very, very minor changes. I'm just going to do a really, really quick deck profile. And then I want to show you guys some test hands so you guys can see how the deck functions with a full hand, and hopefully I can demonstrate and showcase the consistency of the deck. But yeah, so 11-0, I'm extremely happy, and what makes me happy about, I've done very well week to week at a local level before, but I have this particular past 3 weeks, I've gone against so much meta. Like it's been all meta. I feel like our locals is pretty competitive, pretty competitive. A lot of meta, a lot of Tri Brigade. In my opinion, Tri Brigade is the best deck. No, Dragon Link best deck, right? But yeah, I have been versing a lot of Tri Brigade, and this deck, man, it just surprises me. It surprises me how resilient it can be, resilient, and it just plays through hand traps very, very well. It's just been so awesome. So through of the out of the 11 rounds, I want to say that half of them, at least half, were Tri Brigade. Half, if not maybe 7 of the matches were Tri Brigade. And then, some of them were Drytron, and I believe the other was Rogue. I could be wrong. Maybe like four of the decks was Rogue. It was like Eldritch, and off the top of my head, I'm just completely forgetting what my matchups were. But super excited nonetheless. Went 11-0, undefeated for three local tournaments. Feels good, man. Feels good. So very quickly, the starters, we have 3 Chamber, 3 Seifert, 2 Black Metal. So this is one of the cards. I believe in the last deck profile, I did mention that if I was gonna up this this deck to 50, I was gonna add another Black Metal, which I did, and it's fantastic. Black Metal is actually such a safe starter. It's so safe, man. Like you normal summon the Black Metal, and then link into your Striker Dragon. It's just so nice that you get your 2 searches before you get drolled. If you get drolled, you'll at least have your 2 searches, right? Which it feels good, man. It feels awesome, and also that you're able to chain block the Striker Dragon. So it's really nice. I definitely like upping this card to 2. I do play the 1-for-1 to summon the card out of the deck. So you could say I'm playing 3 copies. Safer, love this card. Love Chamber. My God, such good starters. Safer, I've had like some really cool interactions with this card. Like today specifically, in one of my games, I haven't normal summoned. I just opened up like a good amount of extenders, and off Chaos Ruler, I sent a Tidying, but I didn't have access to Chamber. So I had a Seifert that I held in my hand. Actually, I'm sorry. I revealed the Seifert off of Chaos Ruler. So what I did is I added the Seifert, and then obviously I sent the Tidying, right? Send the rest of the cards to the graveyard, and then because I had it normal summoned in the combo during the combo. I normal summoned the Seifert, and then I sent the Seifert to the grave to add the Tidying, and then I was able to banish the Tidying to summon the Chamber and search another Tidying, so I could have an additional interruption. Just so many cool interactions that rarely come up, but like when they do come up, it's just so nice that the stars align, right? So moving on, we have the rocket engine. Only two tracer, one recharger, one synchron. Uh, Throughout all 11 of my matches. So you know what? Technically, I went um, I went 13 rounds undefeated, 13 matches undefeated. The first locals that I took this deck to, I actually went I had two draws, right? And two wins. Two draws, two wins. I know that's not technically undefeated, but the draws aren't losses. Um, so, you know, I you could say I technically haven't been beaten in a match with this deck so far, which is it's just great. And anyway, all 14 I'm sorry, all 15 of those matches, right? So counting the two draws, this has always like it's felt like a correct ratio playing the two tracer in addition to the recharger and the synchron. Never came, like nothing else came up. So apps router, amazing, awesome. I mean, I think I mentioned it before, but the safer and like apps router combo, man, like that is broken. Safer, send apps router, search your Nocto Vision. My God, new resolution. I mean, new chain. Add effect of apps router. Add a rocket. It's just so good. Um, yeah, just amazing. And then I don't know. I highly recommend that people test this card out. Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon. This guy is a monster. He's a beast. He he helps you. He recycles your banish cards. He's an extender. He's a big body. He's a level 8 that allows you to go into your Zombie Stein, which spoiler if you haven't watched my other deck profile, I do play. For the other two extenders, we have White Dragon and the Black Dragon. Man, this deck is, I mean, it's a Dragon Link deck, but it's a spicy Dragon Link deck, in my opinion. So, moving on to the spells, 3 Chaos Base. Man, I wish I could open this card every time. I do open it often, but kind of wish I'd open it even more. Chaos Base, amazing card. 3 Quick Launch, obviously, for the Rockets. Watch the video that I made regarding this card. My last video was a video dedicated to World Legacy Guard Dragon, and this card is awesome. It was amazing today. Man, when people see you play this card, they're just like, you still play that card? Like, are you dumb? Like, look, it's World Legacy Guard Dragon, and it's an extender that still makes Pisty relevant. I don't understand people's thought process when it comes to, like, just cutting this card. I'm not sure why, but again, to each his own. If you feel like this card's unnecessary, then by all means you can cut it. It's your deck. So two melody to search out the Levy and the Armageddon. Because you play this card, well, it's not consistently, but you see Levy and Chaos Armageddon way more often, right? I know there's like a chance that you could hard draw the card, obviously, or you could search it with Seyfert if your hand's like, if you have the resources to search it with Seyfert, or you could reveal it off Chaos Ruler. But having these two cards, like these two additional searchers in the deck is just amazing because you search both those cards. Those are power cards that really get you far ahead in the game because you're just maintaining card advantage. You're putting so much pressure on the board, and in Levy, because of Levianeer rips a card, so it even you're ripping cards out of your opponent's hand, which is always nice. Always nice to make sure that your opponent does not catch up to you, that you're way farther ahead. Before you talk before you talk negatively about the cards, maybe try them out and see if you like them. Now for our mandatory one-ofs, we have the Boot Sector. Today, unfortunately, I drew this way more than I'd like. And what sucks is that when you draw this card and you summon your Striker Dragon, and you don't use the effect, you're giving knowledge away to your opponent, right? They're like, oh, why wouldn't he activate the effect of Striker Dragon? And then everybody's like, oh, you drew it, you drew it. Yes, yes, yes. So it sucks. Not only is it sort of a brick. I mean, it's not a brick. It's an extender, obviously, but it's a card that you'd rather be searching. It's like not as bad as like Salamangreat Sanctuary. Oh, by the way, Salamangreat, I went up against Salad like 4 times out of those like 15 matches. Um, so not only is it's not as bad, right, as Salamangreat Sanctuary, because that card is a real brick. But this card it's okay. Dragon Ravine, I think I'd like to draw over the launch, because Dragon Ravine does do more. It's a bit more flexible in terms of like what you can send. Maybe you need to pitch cards from your hand. 1 for 1 for the other extender. Moss Reborn for an additional extender as well. And then this is another change that I made. I added 3 Tiding, and if you hadn't noticed, I cut Brotar. And the reason that I cut Brotar is because Brotar, it doesn't surprisingly, it doesn't come up as often as it did before, because with Seal, typically, I find myself summoning Chamber to search a Tiding, or I find myself summoning like Black Dragon or Seifert, just because like when because I play Zombie Stein, right, and I play Nightmare Unicorn, so I'm making IP and stuff like that, and then pitching cards with Dragon Ravine, it really does like add up. So sometimes, in addition to the hand traps that you run, sometimes you don't want to pitch a hand trap, right, with Brotar. Whereas like Chamber on summon, you don't have to pitch anything, right? You just search the Tiding. And with Black Metal, so what I'll do, I find a lot of times that I'll have a Tiding set, and I'll summon Black Metal, and then I'll whenever like I need to resolve activate Tiding, I bounce the Black Metal back to my hand, and then I have that normal summon, so I could get access to Darkness Metal. It could be like a personal thing, but today was the first day I didn't play without Brotar, and I did not miss it. Again, I just have access to Levianeer in my build gives you access to Levianeer more than other builds do, because you play Melody. So because I see Levy way more, I don't feel the need to play Brotar, if that makes sense, because Brotar's always going to be searching you for the Levy most of the time. But again, in my case, I just didn't miss it. And lastly, for the hand traps, this is weird. I should have done the hand traps before the spells, and the showing the Tiding, but I just completely forgot. It's still the same spell. I mean, the same hand trap lineup. This card is amazing. It's like the MVP. Like, people are even like scared to like Ash your Chaos Space. Or they'll be like afraid to droll you when you don't control a monster, so they'll wait because they're afraid of this card, because they respect this card. And just the fact that people know that this card exists, and that there's a possibility that you might be playing this card, or you might have opened it up in your opening hand, they'll play very safely, and sometimes when they do that, they're allowing you to resolve your strongest cards, right? Which is amazing. Like, just the fact, it's crazy the fear factor that this card has. And I forgot to organize my extra deck. So we have the Link 1s, we have Striker Dragon, Pisty, and then Link 2's Quad Boral. Oh man, Quad Boral today, such a this card really shined today, man. Really shined today. It's just an amazing card. For the other Link 2s, we have IP, and then we have the Romulus, and then we have the Double Seal. All these cards came up today. I feel like they're all just extremely necessary in the deck. For the only Link 3 we play is Nightmare Unicorn, just for that IP shuffle. Link during your opponent's turn and then shuffle something. Also, when you're trying to break boards, Unicorn just amazing because it allows you to easily link up into access code. Let's see, what cards didn't... Well, yeah, access code came up today. Boral Swords Surprisingly, it didn't come up today, but it does come up. It came up last time. It comes up. So does like Appaloosa. Just one of the cards that you want to have access to in your deck. We have the Boral Savage, the Chaos Ruler. We have the Heart Red Dragon, Archfiend Abyss, and then finally we have Zombie Stein. I think, in my opinion, for my needs and the way I play the deck, I feel like the extra deck is absolutely perfect. I feel like I didn't miss anything. I didn't feel like it was lacking in any department whatsoever. It has like removal, it has destruction, right? With access code, it could clear boards, it has negates, it has everything you can ask for. So that was it for the deck profile and the, I guess, tournament report. Let me show you guys some test hands. Let's get it. Alright guys, so I did a power shuffle. I hope I shuffled well enough since all the all the 3 ofs, the 2 ofs were all next to each other. But yeah, let me show you guys a couple of test hands, see how it goes. I really want to showcase the power of Dragon Link. And please guys, if you don't mind, subscribe, like, let me know what you guys think about the video. I just want to make sure that I'm doing this YugiTube thing correct, you know what I mean? Okay, so we'll give it a cut. Appreciate the Dragon Maids, and here we go. Oh, let's get it, baby. Let's go, driver best card. Let's go. Oh, World Legacy Guard Dragon. Okay, this is the best card right here. Guys, remember this, all right? Remember. Okay. I'm not afraid. I believe in my deck. You see, guys, I believe in my deck, man. Okay. So, not the best hand. Not the best hand, right? We got Gamma Driver. It's going to be dead. Let's be honest, because the only option here is you can either go pass and like be able to Veiler and Gamma your opponent. But I am not going to do that. We're going to go normal summon. And we're going to link off into our Striker Dragon and then activate the effect of Striker. Search our boot sector. Let me see if I could reposition the tripod just a little higher. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. Alright, great. Alright, graveyard right here. This is our hand. Very, very, very terrible hand. But it's alright. We're going to make it work. World Legacy Guard Dragon, summon. We're going to go into a Link 2. The safe play would be Heretic Seal Pass, but I don't want to do that. Let's go effect. Let's get our Ravine. Ravine effect. This is actually, look guys, I want you guys to keep something in mind, okay? Right? Keep this card in mind. This card is amazing. And you saw how our hand was pretty bad. Let's be honest. Like, we drew none of our good starters, right? Tracer technically is a starter, but it does nothing on summon. It does nothing when it goes to like the grave. It gains us no value whatsoever. But because we drew the World Legacy Guard Dragon, it's just it really saved this hand. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pitch the driver. Okay, and we're gonna send our Absorouter, and then Absorouter is gonna allow us to gain access to let's see, we could gain access to not Recharger. We could technically search another. Let's just get the Synchron, right? And now we're gonna activate the boot sector. We're gonna activate summon, and we're gonna link into our Pisty. Activate the effect of World Legacy Guard Dragon. Move, Pisty. Right? Here we go. Now, we're going to summon. Resolve the effect of Pisty to summon the Tracer. Feels good, man. Feels amazing to run World Legacy Guard Dragon, best card in your Dragon Link. Well, it's not the best card in your, but it's amazing. Best extender, right? Look at that, guys. Look at that. And now we could pop the Wardlexi Guard Dragon. Again, this is stuff I mentioned in the Wardlexi Guard Dragon video, but we're popping the Wardlexi Guard Dragon, which means we get to keep the boot sector for our following turn. And that is huge. That's something important to keep in mind. So guys, in this scenario, like we could test our luck. I kind of don't want to. I want to be smart about this. So what I would like is to just go Boral Savage, right? Boral Savage, and just equip the Romulus, and just end it here with 3 interruptions. I know that wasn't like the best opening hand, obviously, and like, to be fair, like opening hands like that, they're not, I mean, they're definitely not common. Like opening up, for example, like Gamma and Driver in the same hand, in addition to like, say, like just a Rocket Tracer and nothing else. Like, we have so many good cards, but like keeping that in mind, right? Keeping that in mind, Wardlexi Guard Dragon and Tracer, and any blank card to discard. Wardlexi Guard Dragon and Tracer got us Seal Savage. All right, Seal Savage, and keeping Boot Sector on field for next turn in case they break our board. And then we have like all 3 rockets in our graveyard. So if they break our board and happen to like make a board and we're able to resolve this, you know what I mean? And actually, what's insane in this scenario is that, say our board gets broken, right? Say they clear everything, and then next turn we could go Boot Sector effect, and if they have a monster negate, we could chain Gamma. We have the Driver Engrave, so we could chain Gamma, and then resolve to summon 3 or 2, or depending how many cards they have. That's pretty freaking sick, man. That is pretty amazing. Let's move on to test hand number 2. So guys, honestly, looking back at that last test hand, I'm really glad that I got to show you guys the importance of playing Wardlexi Guard Dragon. That spell, it was the only reason that combo that I was able to like combo off pretty much. It was awesome, man. Awesome, so good that you're able to keep the Boot Sector, and you're able to resolve Pisty's effect because you're still able to like move zones and stuff like that. Just awesome. Hopefully second test hand will be a bit better, just because I know the deck is capable of much more than just Seal Savage. But even with bad hands, you're still able to do stuff and combo off. So anyway, test hand number 2, here we go. We have Wardlexi Guard Dragon, best card, baby, best card. Safer, that's our full combo right there. Oh baby, oh my god, let's fucking go. Excuse my language. Guys, this hand, guys. This hand. Oh my god. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Okay. So guys, what would you do? Let me know before I make my first play. I'm just curious, what would you guys do? Would you guys go Chaos Space, send the Absorouter? Would you guys do that? Or would you guys save the Chaos Space and maybe go Safer first? And if you do go Safer first, would you send the Safer? And like, if they ask you or whatever, and then you could just keep going with like Chaos Space. Like, these plays aren't wrong, right? They're not incorrect. Like, if you were gonna go Safer first and send the Safer, like this is amazing, right? Discard Absorouter, get the search, get the double search, right? For me, like in this scenario, in my case, this is one of my favorite interactions right here. It's you summon Safer and then you pitch the Absorouter for cost, right? And I'm gonna say now, this hand can play through a lot. But I'm just going to go full combo. I'm going to go full combo because we're doing test hands to demonstrate, right? So Safer, send the Apsarouter. Search your Nocto. Okay, search your Nocto. Here's your hand. New chain, new chain, Apsarouter. We have the Tracer. We have the Tracer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search the Synchron. Right. And now I'm going to link into our link 1. My God, this hand is so busted. So busted. Chain link 1, chain link 2. I just enjoy that we get to search an extender that chain blocks Striker Dragon because of Apsarouter. So chain link 1, chain link 2, summon, resolve the Striker, search boot sector. Today, well, you're gonna see shortly, but so here, I mean, we're kind of taking the risk. We're kind of taking the risk by not activating the Chaos Space, but I suppose it's not super necessary. But you know what I'm gonna do is, like, if they haven't asked you, like if they didn't ask the Safer Apsarouter, I'm just gonna say it's safe to say that we activate the Chaos Space. I'm gonna pitch the Synchron in this scenario, and I'm gonna search the White Dragon. And the reason I'm doing all this now is because I don't want to draw any of these cards with the Nocto Vision. So I want to limit the chances of me drawing White Dragon, Black Dragon. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to banish the Apsarouter, summon White. And this is going to allow us to chain block the Romulus as well. So we're going to go Romulus chain link 1, chain link 2, White Dragon, search Black Dragon, and now search the Ravine. And you know, because we've done this, oh my God, this hand. You know, I'm gonna shut up. But I'm gonna activate the. You know what? Let's not do. Well, we could, whatever. We'll activate it. We won't use the effect now. Banish the White. Summon Black. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna go link 2. So we could have done this before we summoned the Black and before we activated Ravine. So no rush. Take your time. Think about your plays. We're gonna draw a card because of Nocto. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's freaking go, man. So now we have our first interruption, right? We have the Heretic Seal, we have the Black Dragon, banish the White. Now we're going to use Chaos Space. We're going to return the White Dragon. Bottom of the deck. Draw a card. Draw a Safer. Perfectly fine. Honestly, anything after this, after the Tiding, anything else is a plus. Like, yeah, we have everything, literally everything that we need to build a very, very, very powerful and oppressive board. So now we have the Ravine. This should be on field right here. So we'll go Ravine effect. We'll pitch the Safer that we just drew. I wanted the additional card for pitch fodder because everything here I'd like to keep in my hand. And we have the luxury and the opportunity to send the Levianeer, right? And we're going to banish the Safer, add this to hand. And we can just do this now, right? I believe we have... Do we have enough darks? We do have enough darks. Do we want to do it now? I suppose we can just save it until we have more darks engrave. So now we're going to activate the boot sector. We're going to use the effect of boot sector to summon the tracer. We're going to use tracer pop. Do we need to do that? Let's do this. We'll go World Cigar Dragon. We'll summon the Rocket Synchron. We could go Pisty here, but I don't know if we really need to go Pisty here. I feel like I'd rather just keep Pisty in the extra deck, just in case like it comes up, like say for a following turn. But the reason that I wanted to use World Cigar Dragon right now is that I can pop it and then keep the boot sector on field. I think that's what I want to do. I feel like I definitely sequenced this a bit incorrectly. Maybe I like prematurely did some things, but I feel like the end result is still going to be the same overall. So let's go with black, right? With black and Tracer. We'll go Chaos Ruler, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Black Dragon. Give me that white back. And now I think the only thing we're hoping for here is that we hit Chaos Dragon Armageddon or we hit a Veiler. I'm not sure if there's anything else I'd really care about hitting. Maybe a Chamber. Chamber would be nice too, because that would give us a follow-up since we drew the Tidying. So we'll go 1, Quick Launch, 2, Tidying, Absorouter. Oh, let's go. Yep, we hit it. Send everything else. We also sent another Chaos Space, which gives us a draw and a recycle next turn. In case we do get access to Chamber later on, I guess we have this, and we have more darks. Good times, man. Good times. And then, so here, I'm just going to go into our second interruption, being Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. You know, I guess if, like, Anima was still, like, in the meta, I wouldn't really put it here. That doesn't matter. I'll just put it here, I guess. So, now, I can go... Let's see, what do I want to do here, actually? Yeah, let's do this. Let's banish 3 darks. Banish 3. We could just, like, banish the Striker Dragon just because we could recycle with Chaos Space next turn. We'll shuffle a card back from the... back to the opponent's deck from their hand. And then from here... let's see... From here, we can go... Let's see, if we do that, we won't have a card... Oh, no, we will have a card in hand. What am I talking about? So, we'll go Quad Boral here. I hope you guys can see everything. So this is Seal. Here's Quad Boral. Use the effect of Quad Boral. We're going to pitch the White Dragon that we added back to target the Quad Boral, and then effective Quad Boral to summon the... Rocket Recharger as well as the Tracer. And then we're going to Synchro into Boral Savage. Alright, here we go. We have our third interruption. And we're going to equip the Romulus. Alright, man, isn't this crazy? Right, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 interruptions, 5 interruptions with the Tidying. And we also ripped a card. And it's not over yet. We're going to activate the effect of our recharge, our Chaos Ruler. We're going to banish White Dragon, and we're going to banish Nocto. We could keep Nocto to protect the Tidying. So what I'll do is I'll banish Rocket Synchron. I don't think it'll come up again. No, I definitely won't. Summon. Oh no, actually. Oh yeah, it will be. Yeah, it'll be possible. Oh, that's so broken. Okay, so we'll activate Emperor. We'll use Emperor's effect. We're gonna pay 1,000, and we're gonna specifically add the Safer back. All right, we're going to add the Safer back and then pop it. This goes to the extra deck. Now we're going to banish the Safer. It's our last light. And we're going to banish... let's banish the Tracer since we still have a Tracer in deck. So we'll banish the Tracer and we'll summon the Armageddon. And then using these two for a rank 8, we'll summon Zombie-Stein. And there you have it, guys. We're going to set the Tidying, and that's the end of the combo. So again, the hand was absolutely nuts. It was ridiculous. Like, I knew I would end up making a board like this or very close to this, maybe without the Zombie-Stein, because we were able to make the Zombie-Stein because we hit the Armageddon of Ruler. But if we didn't hit... if we didn't do that, then we would just like end with like these 4 interruptions plus tons and tons of follow. But anyway, to recap, we have a negate with Zombie-Stein, negate with Archfiend, an Omni negate, right, with Boral Savage. We have the bounce with Heretic Seal plus the follow-up because we're going to summon from deck. And then we have the Tidying. We're going to pitch the Safer with Zombie-Stein. And and then next turn, I want you guys to keep this in mind. Also, your follow plays are crazy. You're going to Chaos Space to draw a card. You're going to banish the Safer to add the Levianeer. And you're also going to summon something out of the deck, probably like a Black Metal, which gives you access to Red Eyes Darkness Metal, which gives you access to, your link climbing plays, right? So in the extra deck, we still have the Pisty. We didn't use the Pisty. We didn't use the Appaloosa, the Boral Sword, the Access Code, the Nightmare Unicorn, another Seal, and another IP. They have to break this, right? They have to get through like these two Synchros, this Xyz. This guy's 4,500 too, which is insane. Like, even if like this goes to defense, I mean, they kill it, so what? But I mean, I don't know if they're going to be able to kill anything with like all these disruptions too, especially like with all the removal and stuff like that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm so happy that I got to demonstrate 2 different scenarios. A scenario where this deck opens up absolutely bonkers, and a scenario where this deck opens up a very, very subpar. But again, we were able to showcase the complete power of World Elixir Cigar Dragon. Guys, thank you so much. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace.